And we are live, just getting final setup preparations complete before we get into another reading of the Fallout Manual. Yo, it's Adam, the one and only. Look who it is. Who's that? It's Adam. Anyway, and that's Dangerous Moonwalker, the first like, comment, and view. And DJ's here too. Gosh darn. Well, how about that? Welcome in, welcome in. Don't forget to hydrate your mouths, which in turn hydrates the body. It's called science. I know. It's real smart. If you can't keep up, I guess you best just leave now. I wonder how many of these were printed in real life. Oh yeah, that's a good question, Adam. When is Khajiit? Oh yes, Khajiit shall be soon. Maybe in 2 or 3 days. Something like that. Or so, yeah, probably sometime this week for sure, Skyrim. Yeah. Have you read the Grail Diary yet? No, I have not. Been busy. The call man is back. I think Al Phil's back. I've been back, buddy. What you talking about out here, Al Phil? What you doing out here, sir? Gosh darn. Sit your ass down and relax, sir. Bro, I be forgetting that the name of it, so I call it Khajiit. Oh, alright, because you're like a GTA guy, right? For the most part? Like GTA? Yeah. As we get back into another reading of the Fallout Survival Guide. This is a guide from Fallout 1, the game that released in 1997. I had to think about it because it was so long ago, and my mathematics ain't on point, yo. But anyway, we started this last night, and check out the playlist in the description below because it's been a fun one, just reading a manual, but also like a whole lot of other things go on, you know, and I also like to slap titties and such. I don't know why I said that. I don't know why I said that. Anyway, welcome in everyone. The Man Cat. Yeah, we got Skyrim coming up pretty soon. Don't forget to check out the playlists on the channel for those that can't watch live. We have a bunch of good freaking playthroughs of a bunch of different games. So many. You gotta check them out for sure. When you said you don't like cooking yesterday, I feel you. Who said that? Must have been somebody else, huh? I'm all games except that 2D game, Stardew Valley. That's one of the most popular games on the channel, yo. We get like almost 400 concurrent viewers with Stardew Valley. Although Skyrim sometimes almost, yeah, no, not quite, but Skyrim gets up there. But what Oblivion was like the biggest one, the top dog of the channel. We don't have Faye in here yet. Where you at, girl? It was, when I offered to share you the Nuka-Cola recipe. Oh. I don't know if I don't like to cook. It's just that I don't do it too often. Because I have things provided, you know? I'm lazy. Sometimes. Yeah, welcome back, welcome back. Did I make it on time? Yeah, indeed. We didn't even start reading. I just kept yapping. I just keep yapping. And now Faye's here. Now that she's here, we can start. Hello to everybody. Shout out to the Coine Crew members. Check out the YouTube channel membership, as well as the nice CME VPN, sponsored by, oh dang, it's up there, huh? That's sponsored by me right there. Oh, what is that? Right there. Oh, boom. www.coin.me. That's Coin's most excellent VPN. Yep. Oh man, good times. Let's get into this. Step number 3. If you haven't seen this, you gotta watch the first episode below. It's only like 2 hours long. I'm always on YouTube because Twitch services left. Yeah, Twitch is twitching out. They're getting taken over by like Rumble and Kick, and also like all their view bots are gone. So they're like, oh, we have no viewership now. And everybody's just leaving, right? Anyway. Step number 3, choose up to 2 traits. Traits are characteristics that define who you are. They don't really fit into a single statistic or location, so we gave them their own area, traits. All traits have a good impact and a bad impact. If you want to find the good effect of a trait, you must take the bad with it. Yeah, I like that, as well as in like Project Zomboid. That's I like pros and cons. It's like the balance in the universe. You cannot have good without bad. You cannot have good without evil, you know? Fun fact about Fallout London, the Attaboy is reverse engineered from presumably a stolen Vault-Tec Pip-Boy. Yeah, that's funny. Good old reverse engineering. Usually Japanese do that, right? To select a trait, click on the small button. Wait, did I just skip a whole paragraph? Yes. Fortunately, traits are optional. You do not have to take any traits. The choice is yours. If you do want to select traits, you can select up to 2. You must do it during character creation, since you cannot select a trait once you start the game. To select a trait, click on the small button next to the trait name. Selected traits will be highlighted. Click the button of the selected trait to deselect it. Where's the one I always get? Bloody Mess, right here. Boom. Bloody Mess. That's the best trait you can get in virtually any Fallout game. Is this one right there. Bloody Mess. You just make a freaking fool out of everybody in their guts. Like, their guts are everywhere. They're everywhere. God dang. Like, those are supposed to be in your body, my guy. You know? I love Bloody Mess. It's like better than crits. Because the US refused to sell Vault-Tec or other tech to other nations. Yeah, that makes sense. America. Hot take, but I don't like Fallout London because my headcanon for the UK is that it never got nuked, but they have a war between Irish, British, and Scottish, basically a civil war that's been for 200 years. Wow. That makes sense. They're always warring. Yeah. That makes sense, actually. I like that. Fast metabolism. Your metabolic rate is twice normal. This means that you are much less resistant to radiation and poison, but your body heals faster. +2 healing rate, but your radiation and poison resistances start at 0%. The Germans. Yeah. Oh yeah, because it's I love the alternate history stuff. It's cool. Bruiser, a little slower but a little bigger. You may not hit as often, but they feel it when you do. Your total action points are lowered, but your strength is increased. Your strength is +2, but you lose 2 action points. Small frame. You are not quite as big as the other Vault Dwellers. Yeah, use code VaultDweller for a 10% discount for the VPN. Indeed. Look up Das Boot van Andersen side quest. Yeah, I probably played that, didn't I? You can't carry as much, but you are more agile. You get a +1 bonus to your agility, but your carry weight is equal to 15 pounds times your strength. One-hander. One of your hands is very dominant. You excel in single-handed weapons, but two-handed weapons cause a problem. You are negative 40% to hit with two-handed weapons and plus 20% chance to hit with weapons that only require one hand. Finesse. Your attacks show a lot of finesse. You don't do as much damage, but you cause more critical hits. All of your attacks do negative 30% damage. Your critical chance is plus 10%. Isn't that the Fallout London mod? Yeah. Indeed. Kamikaze. By not paying attention to any threats, you can act a lot faster in a turn. This lowers your armor class to just what you are wearing, but you sequence much faster in a combat turn. You have no natural armor class. You must wear armor to have an armor class. Your sequence gets a +5 bonus. Heavy-handed. You swing harder, not better. Your attacks are very brutal, but lack finesse. You rarely cause a good critical hit. Is that the first typo we found in the whole freaking thing? I thought I found one before. It wasn't. It was just an awkward sentence. You rarely cause a good critical hit. Right? That's not right, right? Yeah, okay. It's breaking my brain. It's the first time. 35 pages in. You rarely cause a good critical hit, but you always do more melee damage. You do plus 4% or plus 4 points of damage in melee combat, hand-to-hand, or non-ranged weapons. Your critical hits have a negative 30% modifier to the critical hit tables. Fast shot. You don't have time to aim for a targeted attack because you attack faster than normal people. It costs you 1 less action point to use a weapon. You cannot perform targeted shots, but all weapons have AP -1 to use. Look at this. Glowing objects. Glowing objects are to be considered dangerous at all times. If an object has enough luminosity to read at night, do not touch. Yeah, that's radiation, dog. Wow, that's smart. This is a survival's guide. That's why, they got tips like that. It makes a lot of sense. Because if Germany won, they would continue on the east and fight with both Soviets and the Imperial Japanese. Yeah, Japanese, man. I loved living in Japan. Good times. Good times. Bloody mess. This is my favorite one. By some strange twist of fate, people around you die violently. You always see the worst way a person can die. If the violence meter in the preferences screen is turned down, you will see maximum level of violence for that setting of the meter. Yeah. Who would not choose bloody mess? Boy, I'll splat your guts everywhere. I love it. You know there's a Japantown in Fallout London? Is there? I feel like I've probably seen it. Jinxed. The good thing is that everyone around you has more critical failures in combat. The bad thing is, so do you. If you or a non-player character have a failure during combat, there is a greater likelihood that the failure will be upgraded, or is it downgraded, to a critical failure. Critical failures are bad. Weapons may explode, you may attack the wrong target, you could lose part of your turn, or any of a wide range of bad things. This is why I like the writing. Like, this whole guide, I love freaking game manuals. You should check out my rants in the first episode, though, because I feel like they were way more succinct. Welcome back in, Iceman, the one and only mod other than Faye. Click that thumbs up button all day. Yeah, if you haven't gone on there, down there, yeah, do that. Indeed, and don't forget to hydrate your mouth as well with water, or maybe black coffee if you're a man. Women are usually real sensitive to it, is what I'm saying, It would be cool to see where, instead of a split Korea between Soviet and US, Japan got split because Germany managed to take Korea after World War II, and France would be the new Axis force. France would be a force? I don't know. I was all the way with you there, brother, until you mentioned France being some kind of force. Gosh darn. What kind of force? You mean the one waving that white flag? I'm just kidding. Oh my god. Where's all my French viewers? They're gone now. Dang. Good-natured. Yeah, I read Jinx, yes. Good-natured. You studied less combative skills as you were growing up. Your combat skills start at a lower level, but first aid, doctor, speech, and barter are substantially improved. Those skills get a plus 20% bonus. You get a negative 10% modifier to starting combat skills. Small guns, big guns, energy weapons, unarmed, and melee weapons. This is a one-time bonus only. I want to go to France so bad in real life. Yeah, you want to smack up some Frenchies, huh? I know you, Adam. I know you, Black Hat. No, I'm just kidding. I love French people. I also love, everybody, technically. So, yeah. I mean, my name is spelled the French way. Coin, with an E at the end. Tell me that's not French. Chem reliant. You are more easily addicted to chems. Your chance to be addicted by chem use is twice normal, but you recover faster from their ill effects. Chem resistant. Chems only affect you half as long as normal, but your chance to be addicted is only 50% of normal. Yo, Alan, welcome back in. It's the man himself, the one with the biggest bank account. France new leader is Napoleon IV. France would be on the game and do what the Germans in 1940 in our timeline did. Yeah. I guess in an alternate history, France being like a dominant thing, understandable. In an alternate history, understandable. Did you miss something? Just a whole lot of fun and a whole lot of goofiness as well. Where are we at now? Good-natured? Did I read that yet? No, yeah. night person. As a nighttime person, you are more awake when the sun goes down. Your intelligence and perception are improved at night but dulled during day. You get a -1% or -1 modifier to these two statistics from the hours of 0601 to 1800. You get a +1 modifier to these statistics from the hours of 1801 to 0600 or 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. if you want to look at it that way. Why'd they say it like that? That's interesting. If you don't want to use a 24-hour clock, then you should just not, you know. I guess they did it backwards. 6, because it's like, I don't know. Why'd they put this whole parentheses there? They could have removed this. Wow, they could have removed that entirely. Because like now it's even more confusing. Did you call the bank guy? Who now? I don't have a bank guy. I am the bank guy, technically. Imagine a communist. Heck yeah.
Alan tipped
Let it snow.
$1.99 through Super Chat.
Appreciate that, Alan. As usual. Heck yeah. Communist Japanese faction/nation created in the Fallout world due to alternate history, meaning Korea would take more German aesthetic while Japan would be Soviet or US aesthetic with... Yeah, I love how Japan is basically US aesthetic these days anyway, because it's like they love Americana. They make some beautiful freaking everything. Like they make beautiful denim, you know, salvage denim on vintage shuttle looms. They make beautiful, they hand dye it a lot of the time, not all the time, but they hand dye that crap a lot of the time. And then also they make like really beautiful A2 jackets, which are American, you know, because they love Americana. Yeah. And Red Wing Boots actually is an American company, and they make a bunch of like custom boots just for Japan. And it's real sad because nobody else can get them unless you go to Japan. But anyway, where was I at? Gifted. Did I read skilled? No, skilled. Since you spend more time improving your skills than a normal person, you gain more skills. The trade-off is that you do not gain as many extra abilities. You will gain a perk every 4 levels. You will get an additional 5 skill points per new experience level. Gifted. You have more innate abilities than most, so you have not spent as much time honing your skills. Your statistics are better than your average person, but your skills are lacking. All stats have a +1 modifier. All skills are -10%. You receive 5 less skill points per level. Why did you call me king? I don't feel like a king. I'm just a regular person. Because you have a crown. You're the #1 in chat now on YouTube. Too bad I can't really, it doesn't pop up on my thing on the screen. But it's like the chat rankings. You're the #1. You got the crown. You're the king. The #2 is like the queen, and the #3 is either the prince or the princess, whichever one you want to be. So, who's #2? Park. You're the queen. Yeah. Anyway. Step #4, select your age. Not all people are the same. Exactly. True that. Their age will tell a lot about them. Your character's age will help you better define your character. Personnel are ready to leave the vault at age 16 and will have lost that sparkle in their eye, and their step, rather, by the age of 35. You can choose an inclusive age between 16 and 35. Wow. You can only choose between 16 and 35? You can't be like a 45-year-old guy? That's messed up. Japanese make beautiful art, but they are brutal people. I think US helped Japan calm them. Yeah, #3 now. So you're the prince. Yeah, because #2 is the queen. Click on age button to change from a bright youth to an experienced elder. What? You're calling a 35-year-old an elder? I guess that makes sense in these times. It's a little bit more tribal, and the lifespan is shorter, I suppose. I guess. Yeah, I guess it makes sense. Like 35 would be like an elder. That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, we can't define ourselves to just one thing. Sometimes when we're role players, we gotta just experience different things, you know? Sometimes you want to be a queen, sometimes you want to be a prince. Just like right now, we're about to select our sex. Well, I didn't finish reading the age stuff, right? Yeah. The left arrow will increase your age, while the right arrow will make you younger. Age will have no direct influence on your character during the character creation stage. Age will have some small bearing on the game. It is mostly a player choice. There is no direct penalty or benefit for playing a younger or older character. So I guess because they wanted to keep it role-playing. Yeah, role-play. Yeah, that's why they don't want people being old in this game, huh? It's like, no, it's too unrealistic, plus the oldies gotta stay in the vault where they're safe. In the apocalypse, saying someone at the age of 50 would be considered the ancient one, right? Yeah, that makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. This is why I like this kind of stuff. It's like I'm questioning it and then I'm learning at the same time. You see? That's how it works. Age will have some small bearing on the game. It is mostly age will have some small... I read that. Did I read it wrong? Because I feel like I didn't read that. Step number 5, select your sex. Your character, like most people before him or her, can be male or female. This will have some small bearing on the game, so choose carefully. It will not have a large bearing on the adventure, so don't think too much about it. Some non-player characters will react differently to you if you are a man or a woman. That makes sense. Click on the male/female button to bring up a small window. Click on the symbol of the man if you want to be a male. Click on the woman if you want to be a female. Enjoy your decision, as you cannot change it once you start the game. Oh, that's contrary to the real life now, huh? Gosh darn. Learning with Coine, yeah. We learning back in the day. In the 90s, you didn't transition as much, right? Imagine if age did affect your character where you were young, but you have more stamina, durable, but your power is weak. Yeah, that's true. Because you get the man strength when you're older. Like, you don't even get man strength until you're like into your early 30s and later. That's when man strength really comes in. But when you're like 20 years old, you think you're strong? Nah, dog, you're weak as shit. Step number 6, name your character. Click on the name button and type your character's name. Press enter when you are done, or click on the done button. If you want to change your name, this is the time to do it. If you don't, people will call you None, the character with no name. Your name should say something about your character. Bob is pretty boring. Vault-Tec apologizes to all vault dwellers with the name of Bob for the use of that name in this example. Spike is better, especially if you like to use a lot of sharp melee weapons. Dr. Atomic is perfect for the budding young scientist type characters. Once you complete the first 6 steps, you will have successfully finished making your character. Unless you need to use one of the character editor options in step number 7, you may skip to step number 8. See below and start the game. Wow. Character editor options. To help you create or modify a personnel record, we have included the following options at no extra charge. Select the options button at the bottom of the character editor screen to access a special options menu. Save. If you want to save the status of your character during the character creation process, select this option. A save character window will appear. Enter a file name and press enter. Wow. And there's the rest of it. Talking about young folks reminds me of that World War I movie about the life of a German soldier. I think the movie was called Silent on the Front Lines or something like that. I feel like I've probably seen it. I've seen so many movies in my life. Section 4, Instrumentation. General. When you start Fallout, you can press the space bar or escape to bypass any movie. A lot of people do that in games for some reason. For me, I want to watch all the movies, I want to hear all the dialogue, but a lot of people skip all that stuff for some reason. Which I always found strange. It's like, is your ADHD that bad? Like you can't just sit still for one moment there? Dang, just watch it. It's okay. It's gonna make the game way better because you're gonna have perspective and you're gonna learn shit too. Is this a pre-recorded video? Yes, we are pre-recorded when you're watching in the replay. Indeed. The first thing you will see is the main menu. The main menu is very simple. From here, you can start a new game, load a previously saved game, review the intro movie, see the credit list, or exit back to your normal operating system. Yeah, back in '97, what was that? What were they using in 97 as the primary operating system? When did Windows XP come? It wasn't in 97, that's for sure. The cinematic is the best part of the games. Yeah, I know, man. Shit. Especially when they're playing game, like I get most games, honestly. The only reason to come to Korea is to eat good food and get drunk in seconds, because most of our tourism is only in Seoul, while the rest is hidden due to our hermit culture. Yeah, I love being a hermit. Yeah, that's the best. I prefer to be at arm's length, you know, to everybody. It's my preference usually. Character creation or character selection screen. What are those hot dogs from Korea called? They're so good. We have a couple of Korean places. I mean, it's like a Korean hot dog place here. Like they're just like really fancy hot dogs. Like they got different kinds. Like I don't know. It's hard to explain because there's so many different kinds and different flavors. It's amazing. Korean hot dogs. Yeah, they're like corn dogs and stuff. And like there's sweet ones, and like not all of them have hot dog in it. Like some of them just have like mozzarella cheese or something. They're called hot dogs. All right. Yeah. There you go. They're just called hot dogs, but that doesn't really explain like how unique they are, right? Because like a hot dog for like most people in the world is just a basic ass freaking hot dog. Like it's just a hot dog, but a Korean hot dog is different. It's not basic. Character selection screen. When you select a new game from the main menu, you will see this screen. You have your choice of taking or modifying one of the 3 pre-made characters or creating your own from scratch. If you press cancel, you will be returned to the main menu. Yeah, here's that one guy. He's a pre-made character you can select. I think his name's Max or something. Korea are very passionate people. If they love something, they will improve it until everyone loves them. Yeah, that's the way to be, I suppose. You know, you always got to expand energy in positive ways, and that's improvement. It's improvement energy. Look at this. See, he's improving his body by washing the stench off it. Wow. How nice is that? Once you have selected or created a character, the game will start. Press escape to bypass the overseer briefing once you have seen it. You will start Fallout outside Vault 13. Your first mission is to explore the nearby area and then head for Vault 15 to the east. You have to exit the caverns to do this. Using the Vault Instrumentation Panel, or interface, as it is more commonly called, you will interact with the game world and control your character. Yeah, Korean hot dogs and New York dirty water hot dogs are very different. Yeah, exactly, man. God dang. You know? God dang, dog. That's why Korean fried chicken and Koreanized Western food, like the hot dogs, pizza, and barbecue. Yeah, like they're always like treats for me. It's like just so good. But, you know, you also probably should not eat it all the time. That's for sure. You should hydrate all the time, though. In the event of exposure to radiation, you must shower with a large amount of water as soon as possible. Lather, rinse, and repeat. Yeah, it's probably just irradiated as water as well. Like, well, I mean, I guess. Game view. An example of the normal game view is below. Zoom in. This is basically the resolution of it. Yeah. This is basically how the game looks, except it's in color at least. But yeah, I mean, that's cool. Normal view. It only takes a moment to tap it, indeed. That's true. Fallout's graphics sure have come a long way, haven't they? Yeah, indeed. But what hasn't come a long way are the stories, necessarily. Also, kimchi became so popular that every country, even Japan, is eating kimchi. Yeah, everybody. I don't like kimchi, though. My parents love kimchi. I don't like kimchi. Just stinks and it tastes like crap in my mouth. No thank you. I don't want it. The top part of the screen is called the game view. This is where the action takes place. Your character and the non-player characters, NPCs, inhabit this part of the screen. It is in this view that you perform most of your actions, such as moving around, grabbing items, talking to people, fighting, opening doors, exploring, and more. The bottom part of the screen is the interface bar. Here you will perform actions such as accessing inventory, selecting a weapon to attack with, go to the character screen, select options, get feedback from the display window, and more. A great idea for Fallout 5 would be Adventures of Cowboy Coine and his sidekick Black Cat. Yeah, I know, right? Heck yeah. Well, I'm wearing a Black Cat right now, though, ironically. Interface bar. The lower part of the normal game screen is called the interface bar. This is what it looks like. Wow. It's so cool, dog. I mean, it's a very useful thing, man. You reload your gun when you click on this right here. Boom, you click on it, and you reload it. You gotta learn this stuff. A diagram and description of all interface bar functions is on the following pages. Yep, there's the diagram. Very nice. Display monitor. Yeah, kimchi's not for everyone since it's basically fermented vegetables to make the food last longer. Yeah, that's why I'm not too into it. It's like, it's just too rich. Too rich for me. Like, oof, Display monitor. The monitor prints out feedback as you perform actions. These little messages are important, so try not to miss any. Fortunately, you can scroll back to older messages by moving the cursor over the display until the cursor changes to a small arrow. If the cursor is at the upper part of the display, then it will be an up arrow. Left-clicking now will scroll back to older messages. If the cursor is at the bottom part of the display, then it will be a down arrow. Left-clicking now will scroll back to the more recent messages. If a new message is printed while you are reading older messages, the display will jump back and display this new message. Don't be alarmed, this is good for you. Oh yeah, did you see that Doom mod? That's basically Fallout 1. Yeah, I think I saw like some screenshots. I would definitely be down to like play stuff like that. That'd be amazing. I feel like there's another, I forgot what they were doing. I always forget between like Elder Scrolls and Fallout which mods people are doing, but I think it's an Elder Scrolls thing they're remaking. I don't know. There's so many I want to play though, like all of the remakes and all of like the not remakes, but all of the yeah, they are remakes, but unofficial remakes, right? Like modders are doing it. I want to play all of them. Switch active item button. You can have two items prepared for near instantaneous use. These are called active items. You prepare the items in the inventory. This button will let you switch between the two active items. It's a toggle. Click it once and you go to item 2. Click it again and you go to item 1. Click it again and you go to item 2. Click it again, you go to item 1, and so on. Y'all really made me read that like that? Dang. I wish Bethesda would remake like that Doom Fallout mod by hiring the guy and funding him to make an official remake or remaster. Yeah, that would be nice. I think they have hired a lot of modders in their day, which is kind of cool of Bethesda, but at the same time it's like, bro, what are you producing these days, Bethesda? You know, like Starfield? I don't know. I don't think that's called producing, man. I think that's called shitting on everybody, dog. Starfield? Oh my god. Yo, I was so hyped for that game. I mean, I was like moderately hyped, you know. I was like, I know how to tame my, or to temper my emotions, you know. So I wasn't overhyped. I knew what I was getting into. But man, they were so much worse. They made it so much worse than you could have ever imagined. So sad, because I'm reading this Fallout manual. Fallout's probably one of my favorite IPs. Starfield was gonna be my favorite IP. It was gonna be my favorite. And then I tried for 150 hours on stream. 150 hours. It's on the channel. I played it for 150 freaking hours, and it's just sucked. Sucked, dog. Starfield Valley coming 2026 by Bethesda. In a world. My theory is that Starfield is a money embezzling scheme, but knowing Bethesda, it probably incompetence and lack of organization. Because, yeah, I feel like when you have large companies, and I don't know, maybe it's not with Bethesda, but when you have like larger type of companies, it's really easy to like cook the books. You know, it's like, because it's like, well, yeah, because we're a big company, we gotta charge a lot of money, or we gotta be charged a lot of money for certain services and such. You know, it's like, all right, dog. It's just like, I mean, everybody's doing that stuff in those big companies. It's like, where's all this money going? It's all going to somebody, you know, but you don't see it in the product, that's for sure. Where am I at now? Did I read all this? Display monitor? Yes. Yeah. Switch active item button. Blah, blah, blah. Did I read this? Yeah. I read the whole thing. Right. Inventory button. If you click this button, it will open inventory. In combat, this will cost you some action points. Even if you do nothing in inventory, you will still lose the action points. Yeah, I've done that so many times. I think I didn't even realize that was happening for the longest time. I don't remember, but my playthrough is in the description below, that's for sure. Action points. This row of lights will tell you how many action points you have remaining. Action points are only used in combat, so if these lights are glowing, then you must be in combat. As you use action points, the lights will blink off. When you get your full complement of action points back at the start of combat, the row of lights will light back up. Valve, on the other hand, despite being a big company, they only have 34 employees because they get the job done. Yeah, that makes sense. It's like you just hire what you need, and like it's just a bunch of people that know how to work and get the job done, rather than like, I don't know. There's so, especially MMO studios, I've noticed, like they seem to hire a lot of random ass people, dog. They're always turning new people in and out. It's like new people come in, new people go out so often. It's like, wow, what are you doing, man? You have no like sense of loyalty in your company or what? Because like, I don't know. Like to me, it's like game development studios should be tight knit. They should be tight knit, dog. If you want to make a good product, you got to be a little bit tight knit. But for like, I don't know, it seems like a lot of companies, they just want to like hire a bunch of random ass people, and those people they put it on their resume and they're like, nah, deuces, dog, don't care, I came here for my resume. It's like, dog, wow, the world is crazy, man. This is why I don't like working with people. I wish Valve would make Portal 3. I never played 1 or 2. You know what became the most highly rated game over Portal 1 recently? Stardew Valley. Bethesda be hiring modders, but they put them in limbo or make them work ESO or Fallout 76. Yeah, Fallout 76, terrible as well. It's not terrible, but it's not great. It's okay. Fallout 76 is okay. ESO I played probably a lot more. I don't know. I played them both a lot, actually. Both games. You really should play Portal 2 after doing 1. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see for sure. I'm down for everything. Active item button. This is where your current active item is displayed. Left clicking on this large button will use the item. Right clicking will toggle between different modes. Only weapons have different modes. The AP cost in the lower left hand corner will tell you the number of action points that using this item will cost you. If you don't have enough action points remaining, see your action points bar above the active item, then you cannot use this item this turn. Action points only matter in combat. Sometimes there will be a mode or option in the upper right hand corner. This is telling you what action using this item will perform. You can sometimes right click on this button to change the mode. Some weapons can also make targeted shots. This will always be a different mode. You will see a target in the lower right hand corner when the targeted shot mode is ready. Fallout 76 updates fixed everything. The launch incident, yeah, they didn't have the dang NPCs at first. There was no incident. They did that crap on purpose, and they wanted to see if they could get away with it, and they didn't. And then they made a good, like, pretty good game after that, which is good. But it's like, dang, dog, it's like the whole Sonic thing where they thought that creepy creature for the Sonic movies was gonna be it, and everybody just ragged on them, and they're like, yo, okay, we'll change it, we got you. And they made a good product after that. The Sonic stuff's not too bad. Okay, where am I at? Ammo bar, right? Yeah. Ammo bar. Some weapons and items have an ammo bar, showing how many shots or uses they have left before running dry. Pay close attention to this bar. When the bar is full, you have all or most of your ammo available. The bar will drop when you use these consumables. When you are dry, the bar will disappear. To get more specific information about your ammo or energy count, use an examine on the item. Yeah. Did you know a Westworld game was repackaged version of the Fallout Shelter game? That makes sense. They're always trying to make money off the backs of other people's work, right? That's not how, you know what I mean. Yeah, because it's like Westworld is amazing, and they also like sold all these crappy ass prop hats for Westworld. It's like, man, I don't like when people just like make a bunch of crap and repackage crap to sell you. Like, bro, how about you put actually time and effort into it like Japanese people do, right? Put your freaking lifeblood into it, put your thoughts and intention into it, and make something good. Don't just be a bum, like just repackaging everything. I don't like that crap. You have one of those cowboy hats. It's actually a good one. I saw them on eBay. They seem like probably better than costume hats. But Sonic 4 would be interesting, since who's gonna play Dr. Eggman, or who's gonna be the new villain for Sonic 4? I don't even know how those movies go. I've seen them all, but I don't remember them. I don't remember on that level. You hated the ending? I don't even remember Westworld's ending, honestly. I've watched it all too. Hit point counter. When this counter will show the number of hit points remaining. When you are healthy, the counter will be in white. When you are hurt, the counter will be in yellow. When you are close to death, the counter is in red. If your hit points ever reach 0, you die and the game is over. You will need to reload a previously saved game or start the game over from the very beginning. Yeah, oh yeah, dog. That's why I cheated in this game, huh? It's cause like this permadeath right there, man. Yeah, that's permadeath. I didn't even think about that this entire time. We're like 46 pages in. Funny enough, America used to be the ones who put hard work and effort on their products until they became more lazy as time went by, but Japan kept US work values. Yeah, I know, right? Exactly. It's crazy too, because they also like make better stuff that's American. Like they make, and they're not trying to say it's not American, because they're like reproducing American stuff, and it's just better. It's like, god dang, how come you can't do better, America? Or not just us, but I think it's most people in the world, honestly. I think a lot of the world is freaking lazy with like work ethic. People just don't want to put time and effort in anything. I think season 1 is the best of them all. Yeah, people usually, I mean, it's usually hard to beat season 1s of anything. Armor class counter. Your current armor class based on your character and what armor you're wearing is shown here. During combat, this counter may go up and down. If you have any extra action points when you end your turn, they are converted to an armor class bonus. This would explain the changes you may see. Skill Dex button. Pressing this button will display the skill dex. Map button. Pressing this button will display the auto map. Character button. Pressing this button will display the character screen. Pip-Boy button. Pressing this button will display the Robco Pip-Boy 2000. Combat buttons. When you are involved in combat, the panel covering the two buttons will slide open, revealing these things here. The end turn button and the end combat button. Very important buttons you need to take note of. Indeed, take note of the playlists on the channel for the various games and series we play. Yo, Agent Smith, Fairy seems upset. What do you mean? He's upset? Is she streaming? I saw she went live, but I went live too. Welcome in though, Agent Smith. I hate the fact that while stores in the US had theme park-esque decor in the 2000s. Nowadays, it's just boring, bland corporate templates. Take McDonald's, for example. Because if you look at old products, they were made with effort and efficiency in mind. Like the 50s or 60s stuff, they had every equipment to cook anything without the need of separate utensils. Oh, she's live on our second channel? Aw, I don't wanna... Well, I mean... Yeah. Maybe I'll message her later. But, I don't want to be a weirdo right now. Just, like, start trying to interact with her while I'm live, too. I agree about the equipment, or I buy old vinyl records, and most of them play like they were pressed yesterday. I want to get a vinyl player. That'd be nice. Samuel has one. It's like I want a nice modern one would be nice. I wouldn't mind that. Cursors. Action cursor. Did I read this? No, I didn't read this. Inventory bar versus cursors. If you have a cursor, like a skill target cursor or a targeting cursor, moving it over the interface bar will cancel that action and give you the normal mouse pointer instead. If you want to shoot someone to start combat, click the weapon and the active item button and move the little red crosshair out to the game view. Move the crosshair back to the interface bar to stop the attack. I feel like minimalism is really hurting America culture because even guns look like toy guns, which is no wonder people confuse toy guns with in real life guns in America. Nah, I don't know. I think people are just dumb-dumbs. Like, people confuse little kids for grown-ass men, too, you know? It's like, bro, I don't know. I don't think kids look like freaking grown-ass men. They just got a freaking squirt gun. I don't know about that. I think people are just dumb-dumbs. Minimalism also diminishes the experience of going to stores and restaurants. I gotta say, 69 Ford, that's been sitting for 12 years, and with fuel and battery, that thing will start right away. They don't make things like they used to. Yeah, if you let a freaking Tesla sit there for 12 days, dog, that thing's dead. Like, I mean, no offense to all you freaking electric car lovers and shit, but batteries ain't it, dog. Batteries are not it. You're crazy to think batteries are it. Like, all the guns have more holes, which expose the barrel from the environment, which causes the barrel to get easily damaged from the environment and external forces. Yeah, that sounds like science for sure. Cursors. Action cursor. You control the... Oh, God. Don't forget to hydrate. Action cursor. You control your character with the action cursor, a simple device that will take a brief moment to learn. The action cursor allows your character to move, fight, and interact with the environment and to manipulate objects. In the normal game view, there are 3 modes the action cursor can be in: movement, command, targeting. The third mode, targeting, is only available during combat or when you attempt to target a weapon to start combat. When you attempt to target yeah. Batteries are definitely not it. I mean, yeah, I've never been super into them. I've always gotten into what I've owned though. Like, I like my gun. I don't really like, I mean, I keep it put away, but I like it. Why not? Cars have a mini nuclear reactor. Yeah, the future is now, you know? It's like, if we're all gonna die anyway, why can't we all just have a little bit of radiation? Okay? Why not? I mean, that's basically what the Fallout universe was like, you know, because the whole vibe of it, which I actually kind of like. Not that I would want it, obviously. That'd be ridiculous. Where am I at? Did I read all this? I keep just like reading a very short amount and then losing my place. To change between the various modes, right-click once. If you continue to right-click, it will cycle to the next mode. To get to the command cursor from movement, right-click once. Outside of combat, another right-click will take you back to the movement cursor. During combat, a right-click from the command cursor will go back to the targeting cursor. Radiate the love, yeah. That's extra love right there too with the radiation. Imagine if Microsoft bought Coca-Cola and decided to make authentic Nuka-Cola. That would be amazing. I mean, sometimes my pee be glowing if I ain't hydrated enough. You know, it just looks like it's so yellow. You should be hydrating constantly. The Terminator 3D show at Universal had a worse example of radiation. Cyberdyne Systems was actually selling a home energy nuclear reactor, according to one of their posters, powered by plutonium. Interesting. Yeah, I like that. It sounds fun. I like fun things. Where'd I stop? I keep stopping and just freaking losing my place constantly. Why am I doing that? Okay, I'm just gonna go down. Command cursor. Walking is fine and dandy, but if you want to interact with something like opening a door or talking to a person, you need to use the command cursor. Use this cursor to point to the object or person that you wish to interact with. If you move the cursor over an object and let it rest for a second, an icon will appear next to the cursor. This icon is telling you what the default action is if you left-click the mouse button while over this object. You do not have to wait for the icon to appear before you click. Yeah. Oh yeah, doesn't quantum Nuka-Cola make your pee become blue and glow? Yeah, like that, pretty much. Oh, is my thing not my cursor's not showing on the screen? My cursor's never been on the screen? Interesting. I thought I selected that option to show the cursor on the screen. Okay. Oh, it is now. There it is. Yeah, there it is. What the heck? That's interesting. Remember to take a sip of your trusty Vault Canteen. Yeah, indeed. Don't forget to use code VaultDweller on www.coin.me for a discount on the VPN. Sponsored by... Oh, let me zoom out. There you go. Boom. Coin VPN. Coin's most excellent. Ah, yeah. Okay. How far did I go? I was reading it way zoomed in like that. I usually have it at this level. Yeah. To do the default action, left click once. If you want to see other actions that you can take, left click and hold the mouse button. A column of action icons will appear. While holding the mouse button down, move the mouse up or down. The highlighted action icon is the action you will perform when you release the mouse button. Pausing the command cursor over an object for a moment will also display the name of the object in the display window on the interface bar below. To get more information about the item, use the examine action. A list of the action icons is on the following pages. Well, gosh darn. Targeting cursor. When you click on the active item button on the interface bar while it is showing a weapon in attack mode, you will get the targeting cursor. Often you will want to do this to start a fight. You will also see this cursor commonly during combat, so get used to it. If you hover this cursor over an acceptable target, like that guy over there who gave you a dirty look, or that salivating rad scorpion, then you will get either a number or a red X. The number is your % chance to hit, modified by the light level, the range, your skill, and its armor class. The X means that you cannot possibly hit the target. See chance to hit for more information. And here are all the icons, action icons. Real dark. Get, examine, use skill on, drop item, rotate character. See, what the heck, dog? They're lying to me now. This thing right here, didn't earlier in the guide, they said the facing of your character doesn't matter? I even made a point when I read that out loud, or aloud. And now they're saying the facing can be important? That's interesting. Maybe I should finish reading that before I complain more. When it comes to energy weapons, it would make sense that the East Coast would have military energy weapons, while the West Coast have energy weapons meant for civilians and law enforcement. Yeah, the guide lies. After you finish this guide, you should read an IKEA manual for one of their beds. Yeah, but that's way worse, I feel. Because I feel like as a man, you don't need that manual, dog. You just gotta, like, a bed's such a simple freaking thing you can build, you know? Like, that's one of the, I feel like if it was a dresser, an intricate dresser, I would understand. But a bed, like a bed's like just gonna be a frame, you know? It's like, you don't need a manual for that, my guy. Your facing can be important. To rotate your character clockwise, use this action. Every click will rotate you 1 hex facing. There is no action point cost to use this action in combat. This action only works on yourself. So you're supposed to do this for like better hit chance or something? It doesn't tell you why it's important. It just says it can be important. Why is it important? This is not a good guide now. What's happening? I can't find the damn Glockenskobel. IKEA manuals are like, oops, I summoned an eldritch being. I haven't been in an IKEA for so long. It's crazy that IKEA is even a thing. People go to IKEA, man? Wow. Oh yeah, more icons. There's talk, use inventory, item on, unload ammo and cancel. If you want to communicate, and hey, who wouldn't, then this action is for you. Talking will attempt to start dialogue with a living, breathing person. You cannot talk to the dead or the unconscious. Some people will not want to talk to you anyways. Others will only have a little to say, and their comments will appear over their head in the game view. If someone has a lot to say, then you will go to the dialogue screen. Also, modern computers have voice inputs, so you can actually talk to a think machine or a computer workstation in some cases. Interesting. Modern computers have voice inputs, so you can actually... Alright, okay. That's roleplay. I get it. Okay. Have you noticed that IKEA and Vault-Tec have similar color schemes? Yeah. I mean, it's probably a color scheme that people enjoy, right? That's probably why IKEA's that color is like blue and yellow. It's a nice color scheme. Those are some of the nicest colors you can have, right? It's just like when you use a nice looking person to advertise your meatballs or some such. Inventory. Your inventory screen is where you keep track of and use items that you may find in your adventures. You can carry a maximum weight of items equal to your carry weight. Items will have a different weight. Examine an item to get individual weight of that item. Yes. You have an inventory cursor and an inventory action cursor. Right-click like normal to switch between them. The inventory cursor looks like a hand and allows you to pick up and drop items. Click on an item and hold the mouse button down. Move the mouse to the desired location and release the button to drop the item on its new spot. If you are moving more than one item, then when you drop the item into its new location, a special menu will appear. It's the color of the Swedish flag. Ah, that makes sense. Yeah, with the cross or whatever. It has the cross, like the yellow cross or something. Is that what the Swedish flag looks like? Pull it up. Pull up the Swedish flag, Giffy or Tenor. IKEA is just a Swedish military base for espionage. Click the arrow buttons to increase or decrease the number of items to move. Okay, yeah. I'm going to skip all this item stuff. Nope. Ooh, pictures. There you go. I like pictures. PE is perception. Yeah, that's it. The big old cross. Yeah, I wonder why they have a cross. They're probably, I mean, like, Sweden is not like a religious country, right? Is that's not like a religious cross? They're all like freaking agnostic. Every last one of them. Every single one. Not one of them is religious. I like how Coine saw that text wall and immediately said nope. Yeah, like that's too much. Like, this is just too much, man. Man, that's the one page I'm skipping. We're on page 54 now. 53, 54, just about. And we've already kind of gone over these. Perception is PE, endurance is EN, CH is charisma, not China, IN is intelligence, not India, AG is agility, not... What's AG as a country? Argentina. LK is not a country, that's your luck. ST, I don't think that's a country as either, that's strength. Yeah. Where's lava when you need them? Oh yeah, I forgot. I mean, I didn't forget, but I didn't think about it. Back in those days, reading was much as fun as playing with a stick that looks like a sword or a gun. Yeah, sometimes like you just stimulate your brain, you know? It's nice to do. And then sometimes you just also just meditate and don't do anything. It's also a good way to stimulate your brain. Ooh. Ammo actions. Loading weapons. You can drag ammo to a gun and it will attempt to load the gun. To load the gun successfully, the ammo caliber must be the same. Examining the weapon and the ammo will tell you their calibers. The ammo type must be the same as well. You cannot partially load a gun with hollow points and then fill it up with ammo piercing. If the gun is completely loaded, you will not be able to stuff more ammo into it, obviously. Thanks, game. Chinese literature is funny. What's my favorite Chinese literature? What's my favorite? Is it... Dang, I have streamer brain activated. I can't even think. It's hard. Unloading weapons. To unload a weapon, use the inventory action cursor and select the unload icon. The ammo will appear in your inventory. You can also unload weapons from a loot screen. It is easier to carry any recovered ammo without carrying duplicate versions of the weapon itself. It also weighs less to only carry the ammo. Other inventory actions. Inventory list. The final part of your inventory is the list of items that you are carrying. This is called the inventory list. It is a long bar on the left hand side of the screen. If you want to move an item up or down the list, simply pick it up and drag it to its new location. If you drag completely identical items onto each other, they will stack. Weapons are only identical if they contain the same exact amount of ammo and the ammo itself is the same. Therefore, weapons will not stack very often. Containers. Containers are a special kind of item that can store items within themselves. A backpack or a bag could be a container. Containers don't let you carry more equipment than you can lift, your carry weight, but they do let you organize items better. I think that's what I was confused about when I was playing this game. It's like, it just lets you organize your items, but it doesn't let you carry more, which in my opinion is a bit whack. Because it makes sense you can carry more in a bag than you can in your hands, right? Like, bro, that's the one thing I didn't like. I feel like somebody mentioned it as well, like that I should get a backpack to carry more items or something, but that's not what it does. It's just so it just lets you organize the stuff. You can drag items to the container from the main inventory list. Simply drop the item on the container to add it to the container. To open a container, use the inventory action cursor and select the use icon. The viewer will be replaced with an image of the container, and the inventory list will show what is in the container. If you want to move items out of the container and back into the main inventory list, drag the item to the image of the viewer. To close the container, click on the image in the viewer. Containers cannot stack. But you can put a backpack in a backpack. That would be cool. Skill decks. Some skills are used automatically like combat skills. When you shoot a gun, you are automatically using the appropriate skills. Other skills need an active use by you. These skills are available in the skill decks. Look at this. Yeah, pooping is a skill or what? Let's zoom in on this. Proper latrine building is an important outdoor survival skill. Practice this skill as often as possible. Wow. Proper latrine building? What? Proper latrine building is an important outdoor survival skill? What do you mean? What? Why? I don't understand. Why would you build yourself a latrine when you're outside to poop? Why don't you just poop on the ground? I don't understand. Why would you build a whole thing like this? It doesn't make any sense. You said you can't be moved, yet you travel to mountains from one word I said the Chinese farmer that wrote fart on his answer for his friend's literature poem. Wow. I like that. Do you like the stream? Heck yeah. Click on a skill name to use it. Most skills will require a target to use a skill on. If you want to cancel a skill use before you select a target, move the cursor over the interface bar. As a shortcut, the skills can be used by pressing the 1 through 8 keys. Do this, it saves valuable time. Only sneak will work without a target, since it's just something you do. To stop sneaking, you can either toggle it off by using the skill decks again, or by running. As a reminder, when you are sneaking, you will see a sneak icon just above the interface bar. You just dig a hole and shit in it. Yeah, exactly. Like, the hole is also optional. The hole is optional. You know? I mean, I would recommend it, but you don't even gotta poop in a hole, dog. You know? Character screen. While the inventory screen is nice for giving you a brief rundown on your character, the only place to get all the information is on the character screen. You can access the character screen from the interface bar. Here's the character screen. Current medical status, watch this space. Right up there. Yeah, experience, perks, karma, and kills. Yeah, it logs your kills. Understandably. The primary purpose of the character screen is to give you information about the status of your character. Am I critically hurt? If so, where? Poisoned? How many experience points do I have? When I go up a level? When do I go up a level? How many extra skill points do I have? What are my exact skill levels? And more. So many questions, it takes a whole screen to give you the answers. If you made your own character or modified one of the 3 pre-made characters, then most of this screen will be pretty familiar to you. If you didn't, then it might take you a little longer to get used to it, but it's not that difficult. Talking about Fallout, imagine cool samurai communist armor. I don't know if you can put communist and cool up in there. Wielding a Soviet LMG like that anime wolf something something. You can click on any text or object of importance on this screen, and the character card in the lower right hand corner will display more information for you. The right side of the screen will give your character name, in case you forgot, and your current primary statistics. I'm stuttering now. Check out the South Park playlists. Immediately below that is your experience point total and level. As you gain experience for performing deeds and combat, the numbers in this area will change. The level is your current character level. The higher, the better. The EXP is obviously how much experience you have earned to this point. The more the merrier. The next level line is showing how much experience you have to earn until your next level advancement. Oh no, I need more water. In addition to your current and maximum hit point information, which you can find elsewhere as well on the interface bar and in the inventory screen, the character sheet will show other important medical problems with your character. The text lines beneath hit points should be a dull green. That's a good thing. If the lines are bright green, that means you have that particular problem. Poisoned means that you have been poisoned. Poison in Fallout is fairly dangerous if not treated, but is usually not fatal. Poison does damage over time. The more poison you have been infected with, the longer you will take damage. Fortunately, as poison starts to wear off, it takes longer and longer after the poison hurts you before it hurts you again. Still, avoid it if you can. Funny enough, Soviets did have more water. Yeah, god dang, man. Reading at the same time. That's a skill you can build. Funny enough, Soviets did have cool stuff, but most were prototypes that didn't pass, and instead they weren't full minimalist. Like, there was this prototype that it was the first bulb pup rifle. Pup rifle? What, they shooting puppies out there? Pop, 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 pop. Woof, woof. Radiated means that you have a measurable amount of radiation damage. Radiation still lingers in the form of fallout. Note the lowercase version of this noun as compared to fallout, an important difference, and other hotspots. It has been rumored that there are certain creatures that have been exposed to such a large amount of radiation that they can actually cause radiation damage by contact. Avoid them if you can. Radiation can have several bad effects, but in general, the more radiation damage you have accumulated, the worse effect it will be. You can tell the exact amount of radiation you have been exposed to by using a Geiger counter. You can get treatment for radiation in the Vault Emergency Medical Lab located near the entrance. It is possible that the other locations may be able to repair radiation damage. I need to breathe. I know I'm not breathing now. Oh man. Oh. Also, I think Red Alert are the ones who created the Soviet punk aesthetic since they went full creativity with the Soviets. You know who has the coolest kind of aesthetic? Nazis. Usually have cool aesthetic because they're always like blacked out. I'm legit wearing all black. Am I a Nazi? I'm wearing all black. Even my socks are black. Eye damage, crippled right arm and crippled left arm, crippled right leg and crippled left leg are all crippled limbs or body parts. You will generally receive these special types of damage in combat. It is possible to heal these serious wounds at the Vault EML by using the doctor skill or visit another trained medical personnel. The effects of these severe inflictions are cumulative. Personal damage effects. Damage, eye damage, effects. If your eyes are hurt, your perception will be lowered until you heal this wound. Ranged combat will be much more difficult as a result. Arm damage. If one of your arms is hurt, you cannot use two-handed weapons. If both arms are crippled, you cannot use any weapons at all. Leg damage. If one leg is crippled, you will find it more difficult to move, taking more action points to move the same distance. It will also be impossible to run. If both legs are crippled, you will barely be able to move. Running will still be possible. Out of combat, your character will look like he or she is walking normally, but this is a sham to protect yourself from dangerous predators. Get to a doctor quickly. Yes, because they couldn't freaking make the character look like they're limping. I bet. It's a 1997 game. But they're adding in the roleplay just for you. It's like, I gotta pretend I'm not limping. Black Ops. Funny enough, Nazis took fashion extremely seriously because they wanted to cement their ideology not just by words but by branding, which is why they commission a popular tailor to make their stuff. Yeah, I mean, most of good fashion comes from military to begin with. And mostly American military, in my opinion. You know, like all the cool dope jackets, the A2s, the G1s, the M65s. Then you got the dope ass freaking boots as well. So cool, yeah. I mean, better than Nazi stuff for sure. Because the Nazi stuff, it looks nice, it's aesthetic, but at the same time, it's just a little bit too much. It's like wearing a suit. I don't wear a suit, I don't wear a freaking tie. No, thank you. It's just, nah, I'm too casual for that crap. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for those that haven't. Indeed, welcome in all 30 of you currently watching me read a Fallout manual, which is actually really fun. I think the best part of it is like the beginning of it, where it was talking about all the radiation and what radiation does to you, about Fallout and what Fallout is. Ooh. Yeah, I'm right here. Above the character card with the trademarked Vault Man are your character skills. If you have any spare skill points, any number above 000, then you can spend them on this screen to improve your skills. As your character explores the world, makes decisions, and gains experience, you will be able to track some of that by using this handy multi-data display area. The first electronic data card is perks. This will show all the perks that you have chosen for your character and let you examine the effects of the perk by using the character card. And as a bonus, if you select any traits, they will have been displayed in this card as well. The second data card is Karma. If you have been naughty or nice, this will be displayed here. All characters have a reputation. It starts at 0. If you act nobly and perform great deeds, your character's reputation will rise or go positive. If you act like a commie or any other negative personality type, your character's reputation will sink or go negative. Don't act like a commie, y'all. Gosh darn, you heard the manual. You heard it. This was written by Vault-Tec, by the way. They're supposed to say stuff like that. In the US, even the US had cool military stuff until the Cold War ended and they went full camo digital. Worst part, Navy is forced to wear a blue one. I mean, the worst part is that Navy people are called seamen, right? That's the worst part. But I do have a cool 1940s Navy pea coat from World War II. It's beautiful. So nice. Kersey wool. You know, they don't make it like that anymore. They use this Melton wool these days. It's like rougher, which is fine. It works. It's good. But Kersey wool is way better. Yeah, where am I at? Right here. Your character's reputation will affect different people in different ways. Good people will react positively to a good reputation and poorly to a negative reputation. Bad people will react in the opposite manner. You may get other specific reputations as well, or you could react poorly to chems. If you do, these reactions to your actions will show up under Karma. Use the character card to find out more information. Karma. The third card is Kills. As one could expect from the title of this data card, this will show how many of what you have slain in battle. Think of it as a scorecard. You're keeping score, some bitch. What you think this is? You might be interested in knowing that the number of things slain, which can include people, animals, dangerous mutants, will have an effect on your game. The more you kill, the greater the effect. The exact ramifications of your kills will be discovered as you play. Oh yeah, I didn't know if I said this, but my military service ended this April. It's been like 5 months now, and freedom tastes good. Nice. And privacy. Yeah, you ain't gotta like shower next to some guy with a smaller wiener than you, right? It's like, man, I'm sorry I got a big penis next to you, dog, okay? But like, that's a military thing. Print. This option will save the current record of your character as a text file on your computer. Trade it with your friends or gloat loudly. Select this option and another screen will appear. Type in the name of the text file you want it to be and press enter. Yeah, that's cool. Cancel. Return to the game. Any changes that you have made to your character since entering the character screen will be ignored, and your character returned to the state he or she was in before you entered the character screen. Done. Accept any changes to your character and return to the game. There's no kill-death ratio in this game though, because technically it's a permadeath game. If you die one time, you're dead for good. It's kind of hardcore. It's not considered a survival game necessarily. I don't know why I'm having a hard time breathing. I wasn't like this last night when I was doing this. It's like I'm keeping like all the breath at the top of my lungs, and I'm trying to read it as fast as possible, and then I forget to breathe. Just take a moment to breathe and to hydrate your body. Yes. There you go. Okay, there you go. Yeah. Robco Pip-Boy 2000. To help Vault Dwellers record information, and information is extremely valuable. In fact, it might be the most valuable weapon we have against the end of civilization, so pay attention. Vault-Tec has selected the Robco Industries Robco Pip-Boy 2000 as the personal information processor of choice for its Vault Dwellers. Nice. Yeah. The Robco Pip-Boy 2000, hereafter called the Pip-Boy, is a handy device that you wear on your wrist. It's small, especially by today's standards. Yeah, by their today's standards back then. And it will store a goodly amount of information. Goodly? Interesting. Not godly? Goodly amount of information for you. And using modern super deluxe resolution graphics to boot. Modern super deluxe resolution. That's probably why Todd Howard was the way he was, right? After he bought this series for Bethesda, because this was developed by Interplay, and then Bethesda bought it. And Todd Howard usually has a lot of hyperbole like that in his speech when it comes to his crap games and his crap ideas. Now, I was an MP unit, so I mostly did grunt work like cleaning, drills, moving stuff. Nice, yeah. Good times. It's been a long time since I was in the military. It's just fresh in your brain, though. For me, it's been... What's the year? 2025? For me, it's been almost 15 goddamn years. God dang. I was an MP as well. Status. Click on this button to view the current status of any adventure, seed, or task that you are on. The adventures will be sorted by location. Seeds that you are currently on and have not finished will be listed in green. Seeds that you have completed will be crossed out. As you have new tasks to perform, they will show up here. Auto maps. Click on this button to display a list of locations you have visited. Select a location to view the auto maps for that location. Your Pip-Boy stores a map of all the locations you visit automatically. If you have a question of where a location is, use the auto map feature. Archives. The Pip-Boy also has a video recorder. All movies are automatically recorded by the Pip-Boy for later viewing. Select any previously viewed movie to watch it from here. Close. Power down the Pip-Boy for now and return to the Fallout world. In the Air Force? Yeah, I was in the Air Force too. I mean, because it's like the most intelligent branch, right? Why would I have joined the Army or the freaking Navy or the Marines when I could be in the Air Force? Like, because a lot of people... Of course they'll try to make fun of the Air Force and call it like the chair force and stuff like that. But boy, you just a dum-dum, you know? Like, I don't care. I mean, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, dog. You're not dumb. Close. Power down the Pip-Boy for now. Oh, right, I read that. Pip-Boy clock. The Pip-Boy also contains an alarm clock. To pass time quickly in the Fallout world, use this alarm clock to rest until the time you set. Nice. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Yeah. Mine wasn't necessarily, but in a certain way it was compulsory, I guess. Just for the growth of being a man and such, in my opinion. The various timers settings allow you to rest or sleep. Yeah, this is an important thing in the game, is resting and sleeping. And there's the values. You can rest until a certain time, basically like 6 a.m. This is usually, I think 6 a.m. is when like most things kind of open up in the game, like people are awake and stuff. Is that what happens? I forget. Something like that. It might tell us as we scroll down here. Use the 10-minute to 6-hour timers if you need to meet someone at a certain time during the day or night. Yeah. Some events only occur during the day or night. Some shops are only open at night, for example. The until timers will advance. The until timers? The until timers, yeah. They're talking like a freaking programmer up in here now. The until timers will advance the clock to the time you select. These are more powerful versions of the normal timers. Outside locations will follow a day and night cycle for the lighting. If you don't like the dark, sleep until 0600 hours and then wait for an hour. Alright, yeah, that's what you do. You sleep until 6 and then wait an hour. If you want the night, sleep until 1800 hours, then wait an hour. Yeah, nice. I wonder if there are more folks in the military that served or still serving. What you mean? You mean like around the channel? I don't think I've met too many around here. Because when you think about it, I don't know what it's like in other countries, because obviously if it's mandatory, I guess the percentage is way higher. But in the US, like, and I guess that's where most of my audience would be, in the US, it's like there's only 1% of the population that's in the military or even like fit to be in the military. So 1% of the population is pretty small. I mean, it's a large number, I guess, but yeah. Where was I at? The alarm clock will show your current and maximum hit points. If you rest, you will gain hit points back at a faster rate. You get your healing rate in restored hit points every 6 hours. Sleep until the morning and get a good night's rest. Optionally, you can use the rest until healed timer setting, and then you will sleep until you are restored to maximum hit points. You can press escape while resting to wake up. Yeah, I think Iser's getting past the age where he'd get drafted by the I mean, I guess, how old would you, when's the cutoff? I think the cutoff's like 25 or something, technically, but they can technically go higher than that if they need to. But usually it's going to be younger people, because the younger people are way easier to manipulate. Things to do. The Pip-Boy 2000 can be used to keep track of important dates and events. And here's an Overseer post-it note thing that they put on here. I'm about to sneeze. I don't know. I don't think that's really how it works. Like, usually the people go to them. Because like, I don't, yeah. I mean, I guess they do like go to like football games and like places where athletes are at. They do that for sure. Yeah. But they don't really go like door to door. Let me zoom in on this. We reprogrammed your Pip-Boy to keep track of the number of days remaining in the vault water stores. Yeah, that's the objective in the game, is your vault is running out of water, and your task is to not let everybody die from lack of water. This note is the only thing you should care about until we are safe and have a restored water processing chip. The note shows the number of days before we croak. If that happens, your adventures on the outside won't be worth a set of thermal underwear in Death Valley at high noon. We'll be dead, and we don't want that. Go to it. Sir, yes sir. There's your sir sandwich. Overseer. There's a funny TikTok that a Hispanic said, I was at Home Depot and they told me to get the green card. I have to join the army. All right. You know, like, I mean, there's a lot of like Mexicans and Filipinos and stuff that get citizenship that way. I think it's a respectable route, you know? You just provide your body as cannon fodder, and if you make it out, you're good. You're in. I like it. Auto map. To remind you of where you've been, your helpful Pip-Boy 2000 keeps track of all the locations you have visited and what they look like. These are stored in the auto map function. As you explore a map, more of it will be revealed and stored. The auto map will keep track of all the walls and buildings that you come across. Yeah, auto maps, right? It's like Diablo. As a helpful shortcut, you can access the auto map for the town you are in by pressing the map button on the interface bar. It will only show the current level of the location. To see other locations, you must access the full auto map list from the Pip-Boy. The high-low toggle will change between high and low resolution. On high resolution, you can see more detail. The low resolution is sometimes easier to read. Before Clinton, many Koreans joined voluntarily to the U.S. Army due to how hellish the Korean military is, until Clinton changed it because he thought the U.S. Army would turn into a foreign army. I mean, I don't know, this seems fine. Like, seems fine to me. What's wrong with that? It's like you create a multi-freaking national army who's gonna want to attack it? It's like you're killing your own people, you know? In a sense. That's how peace is provided, right? These days is by it's mostly emotionality. World map. The game view and auto map are great for small areas, but the wasteland is a large place. To move from location to location, you need the world map. You go to the world map when you reach the edge of a game map, as shown here. Yeah, these little like highlighted kind of spots on the edges. Yeah. Walking into that dark area will automatically transport you to the world map. You can use this to escape from a hostile location, but don't expect a happy welcome when you return. The world map looks something like this. Yeah. Wow. We're on page 65. Oh my god. Wow. How long? Okay. I guess the pages are going a little bit faster than they were at the beginning, because they have more screenshots and stuff now. X marks the spot. Yep. 800 pages to go. It's crazy. So many pages. Like, imagine as a kid, you're just reading this. You're just so excited to play the game. And you're just reading every little detail because you want to know how to play this goddamn game. It's crazy. I want to scroll down. Okay, we're on page 65, just so I don't forget. I just want to see, like, there's so much. There's dialogue. There's more stuff. There's more stuff. Man. Look how much we got. We're speed reading up in here. I mean, I can't imagine anybody else can go quite as fast unless they're not enunciating very well. Yeah, so many. Look at this. And there's so many more. Like, equipment list. Boy. Oh, God. I think I need to chill for a bit. Let's go back up to 65. I can't keep reading right now. I gotta chill. It's been an hour and a half straight, just straight up talking. It's different from live streaming, because when I'm live streaming, especially if it's a story-driven game, then at least like all the NPCs and stuff are talking too, and I get a little break. But when I'm doing this, it's like constant. Imagine reading the entire library of Warhammer 40k. Yeah, a bunch of dorks love that stuff, huh? I don't like 40k. I never liked it. I never liked the vibes of it. I just, like, everybody that I've met that loves Warhammer 40k are like sweaty nerds for the most part. Even the women. I've met like a couple women that like 40k, and they're always like sweaty nerds, interestingly. This is good training for a radio job. I don't want no goddamn radio job. No thanks. You would be stuck reading until GTA 7 comes out. Radio. What you get paid on? Well, more than I get paid for being a live streamer for sure. But at the same time, like, I don't want to do that job. All those women are VTubers. Yeah, VTubing's kind of weird, in my opinion. Let me put myself on the. I might as well go on this screen, huh? Do I have this screen set up? Yeah. There we go. Oh, I don't though. Well, I mean, nah. Let's just stay right here. Indeed. And we do have a live stream schedule on the website, www.coine.cc, and the new website, www.coine.me. Coine's most excellent VPN. Check it out. Yeah. VTubing's so weird though. Like, I mean, it's not, I guess it's not like weird. It's mostly that the people that do it are weird. That's usually what it is. It's like, I actually don't think like having a VTube character is that weird, but I think all the people that do it are weird. Mechanical engineer? Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I did all that crap myself mechanically for weeks. just tirelessly coding. And I even used AI to help me sometimes, which is crazy because I've never done that before. I've never used AI to help me code, but it actually is very helpful. I wish Bethesda would stop hating on guns, because surprisingly enough, Fallout 4 has the most weapons, but most of the weapons are gimmicks or melee, while guns are like 12. Is that right? They hate on guns? I think the guns are fine. I don't know. I think they're all good. Yeah. Okay. Where was I at? Terrain. Some terrain is more difficult to travel than others. In Fallout, there are 4 different types of basic terrain: mountain, desert, city, and coastland. Mountain terrain is the most difficult to move over and will take the longest amount of time. Desert and coastland terrains are normal. City terrain, even with the ruins, is the easiest to travel and will take a shorter amount of time than normal. Terrain will also determine the types of encounters you may have. More people will be found closer to cities and spots of civilization. Monsters and other bad things are found farther away from those places of humanity. You are more likely to have a lot of random encounters in some areas than others. If you are being beat to death by random encounters, pull back and try a different area until you gain experience, skills, and equipment. Some of the encounters may be hostile creatures, friendly traders, environmental concerns like radiation hotspots, and other more bizarre events. Not all random encounters are bad, but neither are they all good. They removed the Chinese assault rifle and the Fallout 3 assault rifle from Fallout 4 and made the LMG into the assault rifle. I don't like assault rifles anyway. That's probably why I don't care. Assault rifles suck. I don't like assault rifles. Any game I got assault rifle, I throw it on the ground and I'm looking for a single frickin' fire. Boom. Bolt action. Bolty. Thank you. Boom. Got you, boy. I prefer that. I don't like spraying crap. I don't like it. I never liked assault rifles ever. But I see the point. Like, of course, like, you should definitely have options, and they shouldn't really remove good stuff that people like. Just because I don't care for it doesn't mean it's not like good in the game. There's a lot of stuff in games that I don't really care for, but I prefer that it's there. Like, it makes sense that it's there. Town maps. All of the important locations in the game will have a town map or a closer view of the area. The town maps serve several functions. In addition to being an aid to remember what areas are at a particular location, they are useful for movement. To access the town maps, click on the Town/World Map button on the World Map screen. A town map will appear. To change town maps, click on a known location button on the right-hand side of the screen. You can only view the town maps of locations you have visited. Notice that the town map has one or more inverted green triangles. These location markers will access different areas within the town. Move the cursor over a marker to view the name of the specific area that the marker represents. Click on the marker to travel to that area within the town. This will work even if you are hundreds of miles away. You will travel via the world map to their chosen location and enter the town there. Talking of bolt actions, the East Coast would have more bolt action and pump action rifles, while West Coast should have revolver, pistols, rifles, lever action, and shotguns. Yeehaw! Look at that felt hat he's wearing up in there. I like that. Everybody should have a felt hat, or leather's okay too, but it's very Australian if you have a leather brimmed hat. Very outback like. When you visit a town, usually only one marker will be available. As you explore a town, more markers will become accessible. It is possible for a previously accessible marker to disappear. If this happens, you have usually done something to incur the wrath of the natives in that location. You have to find another way to get from one area to the next. Ooh, dialogue. That's like some of the best parts of games in general, is the dialogue. Imagine writing all this too. I mean, it'll be way easier to write it than to read it out loud. In my opinion. I can write way more than I can freaking read. Oh, have you tried a revolver rifle? Alright, yeah, they just have like longer range. They're kind of cool. I don't mind them. But I feel like more of a gunslinger if it's just a regular 6-shooter. Yeah. Talking to people will take some of your time and a lot of your attention to perform properly. You must balance their reaction to you, what you can say to them, and at the same time, watch for clues. The payoff can be worth it. To start talking to people, use the command cursor and talk action icon. The talk icon is the default or standard action when you click on a person. Some people will initiate dialogue on their own, but all dialogue works the same once you start a conversation. There are 2 different types of dialogue, chatting and extended dialogues. Do sawed-off double-barreled shotguns count as a pistol? No. There's no accuracy. I like accuracy. If it's just spraying, it's just spraying a bunch of crap everywhere. It's like, nah, I don't like it. Like, I prefer a grenade over a Molotov. I prefer a rifle over a shotgun. I prefer a pistol over what's like the equivalent that's less accurate than a pistol. Chatting dialogue. If someone has very little to say to you and you don't have a response, then they will just chat with you. A line of dialogue will appear over their head in the main game view, and you will not switch to the full extended dialogue screen. Normally, chats are inconsequential, but you should watch carefully. Sometimes a person will sneak important clues into a single chat. Sometimes a person will order you to do something, and if you persist in your current action, they may get very upset with you. Yeah. Because you can like be in people's houses at night and stuff and they want you to get out. Molotovs would be chaotic and hazardous to use because fire damage or fire can't be controlled. Yeah, I like destruction though. That's the one part of Molotovs I like. Is the destruction. That's great. Yeah. I don't mind them too much. I'll definitely use a Molotov for sure. Like in Mass Effect. I was tossing, was it Mass Effect? I think so. I don't remember. Whatever game I was playing on stream. Tossing Molotovs. Sometimes I toss them on myself on accident. People will also chat during combat. These are called combat taunts. They usually don't have very many nice things to say to you then. Yeah. Indeed. If you want to be nice, hit the thumbs up button down below. Extended dialogue. If someone has more to say to you than can be said in a line or two of dialogue, or if you have the opportunity to question them and respond to what they have to say, then you will go to the full extended dialogue screen. The extended dialogue screen has a place for you to see a close-up of the NPC if one exists, or a shot of the character you are talking to, standing around in the game view, their dialogue, and your possible responses. Yeah, and some of them are even voiced. Some of them have voices, which is crazy. Very few, though. Oh yeah, don't get to the cowboy perk in Fallout New Vegas if you have guns and melee at level 40. Don't you get the cowboy perk? No idea. Sounds cool, though. I like being a cowboy, baby. If the NPC does have a head, watch their expression for clues on their reaction to you. NPCs with heads will also have actual speech, and you should listen closely to their lines to determine if there is anything special about what they have to say. All NPCs will have a different reaction to you. They may like you, they may hate you, or they may care less. Most people will start out caring less, but your actions, reputation, and responses to their dialogue will change their opinion about you. Your charisma will modify their initial reaction. The NPC will usually have something to say to you. Their dialogue will appear below their portrait or picture. If the text of their dialogue will not fit within one screen, their dialogue will be displayed one screen at a time until you see their entire speech. Below their dialogue are your choices. Based on your intelligence and what you know about the game world, you will have one or more options. If you see the done, that means the conversation is over. Yeah, that's a good point there. Oh my god, my mouth's getting so dry. That's a good point right there. What was my point? Based on your intelligence. Right. Based on your intelligence and what you know about the game world. I'm pretty sure they mean what the character knows about the game world. And because that unlocks dialogue for you. Like if you've learned something throughout the game and then you go to somebody, it'll unlock like dialogue based on what you've learned. Whereas in like Fallout 4, I feel, maybe not Fallout 4, but I guess we were playing on Skyrim. It's probably Fallout 4 as well, but Skyrim's fresh in my mind. And with Skyrim, it's like, the other NPCs have no idea what you've done in the game. It's ridiculous. I don't like it. What's the point of that? But even in an old ass game, like you can learn things throughout the world and have different dialogue based on what you learn. But in Skyrim, that doesn't really happen that much. Okay, more water. Oh yes. If you have a character with a high intelligence, you will be able to say more in conversation. NPCs will react differently to a grunt for help compared to a well-discussed plea for mutual assistance. The most intelligent things that you can say are not always the best lines to choose. Oh yeah, that makes sense actually. Yeah, that makes sense. I hope you deal those darn feral mutants in that abandoned mine and use to be a vault, said the NPC. Be like water, my friend. Ooh. And don't forget to breathe. A character with an intelligence of 3 or less will be at a distinct disadvantage, unable to converse normally. People will have a hard time understanding your grunts and unintelligent speech. Yeah, that would be funny. I don't know if I would ever choose intelligence below 3 though. I like the dialogue options. Air and water. I mean, life. Yeah, there's a lot of life. I mean, there's a lot to life. Because you can argue other things are required as well. Oh yeah, Fallout 2 gets darker, but funny if you choose low intelligence. I feel like Fallout 2, they made some terrible decisions, like talking Deathclaws and stuff. So dumb. I don't want to talk to this Deathclaw dog. Like, no. Don't do that to me. Don't make this animal talk. It's not scary if they're talking like that. I don't like it. To pick a line of dialogue for your character to say, move the mouse cursor over the line, and when it highlights, click the mouse button to actually say that line. The NPC will usually respond to your comment or question, and you will get a new batch of responses. Dialogue will continue until you run out of things to say, or until you say something that angers the NPC. Yeah, I've done that a lot. Some of the lines have a chance of making the NPC respond one way or another. These lines will usually have some sort of a role associated with them, usually speech, but sometimes another skill or even a statistic. For example, if you tell a lie, there is a possibility that the NPC will see through your deception and get upset. Some NPCs may be more gullible or perceptive than others, so there can be a modifier to your skill or statistic. These special lines are not marked. You will have to discover which lines have attached roles by discovery, trial, and error. Common sense will help too. Made by an entire different team. Yeah, well, not entirely, but yeah, for the most part. They had a lot of the same people on there, but also like people were getting kind of pushed out. It's real political as well. Review. If you want to review the current conversation, click the review button on the dialog screen. You will be able to see what the NPC said, your response, and so on. The arrows will move the conversation up and down. In case it goes on longer than one screen, press Done button to return to the conversation. You cannot review a previous conversation once you leave dialogue. Yeah. Barter. Barter is the exchange of goods, trade. In a post-nuclear world, Vault-Tec believes that there will be no monetary system. People must resort to the ancient tradition of barter to exchange for goods for goods, or goods for services. To access the bartering system interface, click the barter button from the dialog screen. If the character wishes to barter with you, and most will, then the barter interface will slide up and cover your response area. If you decide to cancel bartering, click on the talk button. Barred hard, boy. They barred hard out here. Yeah, the rest of this is basic. Yeah, basic. I mean, it's a basic manual. A lot of it is basic, technically. Fallout New Vegas is where most of the old Interplay who joined Bethesda decided to quit after finishing the DLCs for Fallout New Vegas. So yeah, barely any members from Interplay are left in today's Obsidian. Oh yeah, today for sure. Completely different company. But I mean, like, between Fallout 1 and 2, there's just 1 year difference. Fallout 2 came out the next year. They pumped that crap out fast too. Yeah. Do this. In the event of fire, do not run. It will force the flames up to your head. Stop, drop, and roll. Yeah, you learned that as a kid. It's basically basic, dog. Okay. Speaking of basic, we basically have to end the stream now because I'm too tired to keep freaking reading. It's been 2 hours just like last night. Thank you everybody for joining, for all the live chats above, for the comments down below. We have more live streams coming up. Tomorrow we're doing some kind of YouTube mobile thing. I'm not really sure too much what it is, but I'll figure it out while we're doing it. It's going to be on my phone, so I'm going to be using my phone. Heck yeah, I appreciate you being around the whole time and chatting, man. Yeah, so I'm going to be on my phone tomorrow doing some kind of mobile gaming or something. I'll probably do that like at least a couple times throughout the week. More Skyrim coming up. More other things. Check out the VPN at the top left, www.coine.me, or just go to my other website if you don't care about the VPN, www.coine.cc. For now, this has been Coine. You have been you, and I don't know if I'll ever play Fallout Shelter, but good night.